Hi everybody, very excited to be here. Why? Because we are looking at a chart of oil. This is an exchange traded fund, an ETF of oil. I'll tell you why this is so important, because it doesn't come down that often, although it did quite a few times this year, but it is now down at a point where we are getting in, and I mean getting in, like using the value cost averaging strategy. We want it to fall a little bit more so that we can lower our average price. For me, this is probably the trade of the year, because every single one of our students is going into this. And are you in this?
Yes, 100%, absolutely.
All right, I'm in this as well. Everybody that I know is in this. And the reason is because oil can't go to zero in the foreseeable future. Everyone's working on it, of course, so that we use less oil. That is very, very true. And especially with electric cars, people are going. But every single year, Dennis, people are using more oil, not less. So what do you think of this trade?
I think it's an excellent trade. Like you say, it's one of those, cannot go to zero since its beginning. It's used everywhere, plastic, you name it. It's flying all over the world and it's just increasing. So it's just a very safe trade in a sense. It's one of those you can put in more and more money and you can sleep at night, because it's one of those where the risk, there's not really a big risk. This cannot go to zero. But I think people are still a little bit hesitant of investing because they see it's going down.
Right.
Could be because they don't have a strategy.
Well, because they don't have a strategy, well, whereas we do. And by the way, I know I said it was a trade, but it's actually an investment, because we don't know how long this is going to take. Also, we don't have a stop loss. We don't use any kind of leverage or anything on this. We're just buying the ETF. This is an example of one. For example, this is USO. One for the UK might be something like the one that this is not a recommendation, okay, but this is the one that I use is Crude, so like crude oil, C-R-U-D. So it's an ETF, but if you find a better one, by all means do your own research. And that's what, and I think I've gotten in on that in my pension, right? You can also do it in your ISAs and your pension and do that all tax-free. And I'm really hoping that this isn't going to go up, Dennis. Why not?
Yeah. Because the more it goes down, the more money we can put in, so our position gets larger, because we have no clue how far down it will go or when it will turn, right? So we just want to make sure that we can get in if it continues to go down.
And it's got a nice upside. If we're at 10.44 at the moment, and it could potentially go up to a minimum of maybe 12, maybe even 13, I mean, that's a pretty safe trade. Or investment, if you like. Right, let's have a look at the chart.
Will you sell everything when you come up there?
What's that?
Will you sell everything when it comes up there? Or how will you take profit?
At that stage there, I might maybe sell half of my position and let the rest go. But if you look at the long term, you can see that it could go down a little bit further, which I am hoping, so I can buy more and lower my price. But look at the high there as well. That's not where we're expecting it to go, by the way, by any means. But you can see that on this chart, and we're looking at many, many years here, it really is in a low quadrant. That is definitely in our buy zone right there.
And I'm actually in this as a trade as well, with a stop loss. So I'm doing both in the spread bet.
You're doing the buffalo on this?
I'm doing the buffalo on that as well.
Oh, that's very interesting.
For sure. So doing both. You can do both, right? You can trade and invest, as long as we make money.
As long as you have rules of where to put your stop loss, the risk-reward rate. I mean, the risk-reward ratio is good on this one for sure.
It's really good.
Fantastic. So let's see how this... I hope it goes down, which is weird, I know, because you will want it to go up when you buy, but I want it to go down so I can buy a lot more. I'm going to get in a lot more. As long as you believe it can't go to zero, this is a fantastic trade or investment to be getting into. And then when it falls another 10%, I'll be getting in some more. So looking forward to seeing what happens next week and the week after, because as an investment, this might take a few months in order to turn around. If you just have a look at this, May, June, July, I mean, this took about, what, 6 weeks to go up or so?
Roundish, exactly.
Probably 2 months to go up here. So it does take some time, right? Oh, that's even longer.
Yeah, it's from
October, November, December, January, 4 months. So it can take, 4 months. But if you're looking to make, what, 20%, even if it took you 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, who cares to make 20%? It's a high probability trade, and really looking forward to it. So we'll see you on the next video. And also remember to subscribe below for several reasons. One, you want to know how this is going to work out. but we will be doing this. We will be telling you what it is that we are getting into. Again, not a recommendation, but something for you to then do your research on. And again, this is a very high probability trade, so we'll be showing you when these high probability trades come along. So make sure that you subscribe, and remember, invest with passion and profit.